Hey guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about the whole ongoing 3 meals versus 6 meals versus 20 meals versus whatever. And there's a new study that came out that my friend David Goldman had sent me. Now let me give you a little bit of background on David. David graduated from college recently. He has a degree in exercise physiology, and he's a very scientific guy, but he's got a little twist of bro science to him at the same time. So David's kind of like a hybrid bro science guy with a dash of the scientific background to him, is to where he'll take the studies for what they're worth, but also agree that there's flaws in them and that we really don't know what some of these things mean, period. So the new study that came out now, which I'm looking at right now, excuse me, is that they gave regular sedentary people, excuse me, 3 meals a day versus 6 meals a day. And what they did was they did markers on a 24-hour fat oxidation, and they rated their hunger to see how hungry they got on both diets. So the excuse me, 1 to 2 weeks, the hunger and fullness changed, yada yada yada. So what they're saying, the take home was that we concluded that increasing meal frequency from 3 to 6 per day has no significant effect on 24-hour fat oxidation, but may increase hunger and the desire to eat. Now, yes, your hunger is going to increase and your desire to eat as your metabolism speeds up. Your body needs more calories, so they are correct in that. Now, what I don't understand is scientists were the ones that came out and proved that just by ingesting, and I'm not talking the thermic effect of food, I'm talking that by ingesting protein that the metabolism gets a spike. Now, they're not sure, how much protein, but I'm pretty sure it was a certain point that, you may or may not get that spike in metabolism based on how much protein you're taking in. So, let's say, for instance, it was 30 grams. 30 grams of protein gave you that spike in metabolism, and the study was done with 20 grams. So now they basically say, well, it doesn't work. Well, how many grams of protein were they given? How controlled was that? Okay, now the sedentary people thing. Now, here's the kicker. Sedentary people are not even active people. They're not even normally active people. They're not even fit. They're nothing. They're not anything metabolism-wise that's normal that your metabolism is supposed to work. So they give them food and let them sit around, and nothing happens. Well, yeah, because there's more than to just eating that makes that whole metabolism boosting thing work. Okay? Me being the bro scientist guy, I understand that. And I understand that the scientists are looking for a way just to feed you food and get you leaner. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I don't think any bro scientist has ever argued the fact that if you just ate 6 times a day, that your metabolism will speed up. No. You have to go to the gym. You have to work out. You have to be active. You have to move your body around to get your body to work with those calories. Now, in combination to the activities, by adding the more feedings throughout the day, the scientists already proved you get the spike in metabolism. So let's say it takes 30 grams of protein to spike the metabolism. 30 grams of protein 6 times a day has 6 metabolism spikes. That's 6. Now you add in, let's say, a weight training workout. That's another spike. Now let's say you had a cardio session. That's another spike. Now let's say you were doing a pre-workout drink that had caffeine in it, or you drink coffee throughout the day. Those things increase your heart rate. They do increase metabolism. Metabolism spike. Another spike. So you can see 3 compared to 9. What's the difference? 9 spikes in metabolism obviously going to be a lot better than the 3 spikes in metabolism. I mean, it's math. It's not science, it's math. So what these new studies are saying is rebutting what the old studies say, because it's a different way that they're looking at it. They're doing a different study on a whole different thing. So now when people read this, now I'm sure the science guys that are out there who love the science will read this and say, oh, there's no difference between 3 and no difference between 6. Okay, yes, in the sedentary person that's sitting there on the couch not doing anything, it doesn't make any difference. Oh, well, they fed them more and they got hungry. That's bad. No, hungry is not bad. Hunger is a good thing. Hunger means that your metabolism is speeding up. Hunger means that your body has a signal. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a blood sugar drop. It doesn't necessarily mean ghrelin is changing in your body. It could also mean that your metabolism is actually speeding up. Now, let me ask you this question. Why would it be a bad thing if people's metabolism sped up? What would be so bad about that? They would lose weight, they would get leaner, they would be healthier. So why not actually take someone who works out, someone who's active, someone who does cardio, someone who lifts weights, and it doesn't have to be a high-level athlete, Why not take about 25, 30 people that are fairly moderately trained and do the study on them? Why have these studies not been done? This day and age, when they have more people getting into fitness, more people worried about their health, and even these Planet Fitness ads that keep the lunks out of the gym and are giving people a place to go where they can not be intimidated and still be active. We're not a gym, we're Planet Fitness. So there's more of these things coming on, more and more, and they're making them so affordable for people to get out there and actually going and doing it. Why not take those people, if that's the trend that it's going in, and do the study on them? Why are you still doing the studies on sedentary people? Doesn't make any sense to me. So, David, thank you for sending me this. You guys can find David Goldman on Facebook, and I'm sure he's got some emails and stuff out there, and I'm sure he would love to hear what you guys have to say. But as for this new study that I'm sure all the science guys are going to grab onto and say, I can only eat 3 meals a day, there's the flaws. Plain and simple. Think about it. You guys are not dumb people. You're not idiots. You understand how things can be flawed. Don't grab onto it just because you don't like to eat 6 meals a day and say, well, it's the same. Okay? If you want to have that 150, 160, 170 pound physique, fine, eat the 3 meals a day. But if you're one of the guys or girls who's trying to push their weight past the boundaries of what you're genetically supposed to be, it's time to start looking outside the box that the science community likes to stay inside and find new ways to do things if it's not working. So if you guys have comments or emails, bios3training@gmail.com. Comments below in that section. We'll see you guys soon, and we're out.